Hi, and welcome to my review of Meetvio by Neil Napier. So I just got the app now, so I'm going through Meetvio to see how it works, and I think it's a really cool app. At first, when I logged in and I was greeted by the calendar interface, I was like, this is nothing different from Google Calendar. But on taking my time and going through the app, and I saw some interesting features which I think is worth sharing with you, and is well built from the UI. And knowing now Napier and his Vio line, which is Meetvio, Kaivio, and some other apps he has on the way, I think this is an app that is going to be pretty well maintained. This is a rock solid app. So if you're jumping on it now, you're not buying a fluke. You're not buying an app that you're going to not see in maintenance tomorrow. This is an app that is going to be working long term, because I can see here the long term plan for this is line of products. So when I logged in, I was greeted by the calendar interface, and this is where you can schedule meetings. So you can click on any of these boxes, or rather you can see how it works. This is actually the first time I am using this app, so I'm learning as I'm showing you how it works. So this is a pretty simple calendar interface, which is just going to show you your events that have been scheduled, your webinar schedule, and everything you have scheduled inside Meetvio. So when you go over to events, then you see how you can create you can see all the events you have, and then you can add a new event if you want to. So these are all the events that have already been scheduled on this test access. You can see recordings, meetings, live webinars, and auto webinars. So these are the different categories of events you can schedule on Meetvio. So we can click on any of them to see the details, or we can click start to start it without waiting for the time to reach. And we can scroll down and go to several other pages, and we can just click this if we want to see just recordings. Then over to contacts, we can see contacts we have on our account. So these contacts are contacts we can that signed up for our webinar or attended our webinar. So these are contacts we have inside our Meetvio account. Then we can create a new recording, new webinar. So let's go to the new webinar interface. There are two types of webinar you can create on Meetvio, which is a live webinar or a recorded auto webinar. So for the live webinar, you can click and you see how you can set up the live webinar, all the bells and whistles and all the schedules and options you can select inside this. Okay, so you can see where you can create a page, put in your emails, your welcome email. So if we click on edit, we can see welcome email. We can see everything here. So this is when they register. This is the welcome email. Say, hey, you registered for this webinar. And you can even add someone to help you manage this webinar, or to help you manage the chat on the live webinar. So there's a lot that's going on this page, and you can just set everything you need for your webinar with ease. And once we are done putting in all our details, we can see the webinar all set up, and whoever and we're going to get the registration link. So I'll head back to the home page, the dashboard rather, so we can see how other features work. So if you're into webinars, if you're into video marketing, if you're into hosting live events online, this is definitely a tool you want. And the auto webinar function is great, because you can have recurring webinars that you push at once, and people can schedule and attend the webinars while you just raking commissions. So I think the auto webinar is it's a very cool function. So let's head into the auto webinar section, so you can see what it looks like. So Meetvio is meant to help you book meetings, webinars, everything without stress. So you see how it works. You upload your video right here, pick the days you want, and pick the available times you want for the webinars, and the default time zone which you are working on, the date format, the time format, and then all of that details like the webinar emails, everything is all in here. So I think this is a very useful tool if you do video marketing, if like I said, if you're a video marketer, which I think everyone should be going into in 2020, because everything is moving to videos is the next form of communication online. So let's check out what we have in the studio section. So here is the studio, and this seems to be a video editing tool because I can see a timeline here, which I think is pretty brilliant. So you can record your video, bring it over here, and add cuts to it. Add, for example, you want to add legacy scenes, legacy shots. You want to add text. You want to add an audio or an image. This is just cool. I haven't used this, so I don't know how good it's going to work. But I think it should be pretty cool. And even if it isn't perfect right now, it will be improved on. Like I said, this is the line of products which Neon API is looking into pushing long term. Okay, so let's go back to dashboard, and then on new meeting section where you can create a new meeting, so you can invite people for a meeting, an online meeting, just like you're going to do with Zoom. So this can do online meeting like how you do with Zoom, and you can set up a meeting, send out emails to people, and everything is seamless and smooth. So you can type your event name here. Let me say video marketing conference. Pick your time zone, pick dates. Is it a recorded event? Is it a full chat, no chat? So you just set up the meeting, add emails, and send invite, and just add emails and send invite. And this is a pretty cool tool. So what's my take on Meetvio? I think for an app, I'll give it a rating of 8/10. There's some little flaws on the UI, and some elements are overshooting, but I think this is a pretty good start for Meetvio. And knowing that this is a tool that would be used long term or pushed long term by Neon API, I think this is pretty cool. And then there's a Zapier integration and all that. Oh, this is great. This is great. Okay. So my take on Meetvio is great. If you're into video marketing, if you're into webinars, if you're into live meetings online, I think this is a tool that will be good to add to your arsenal. And knowing who Neon API is, this is a tool who wouldn't be playing with. So you don't need to be scared with things that has to do with support or growth of the app, because this app is going to grow and scale pretty well from what I have seen today. So below this video you've seen my bonuses and my link, and I'll recommend you get this app because it's going to be worth your time, it's going to be worth your money. And for the price point, it's pretty great because this is a lifetime access, I think. So yeah, I think you should get this app, and my rating is 8/10, like I said, which I think is pretty good. So check out if this is for you. Click the link, see all the details on the sales page, and if you think you need this, if you feel this is going to work for you, which I think it should, because this is a marketing tool, and knowing where marketing is in 2020, this is a tool you would be needing. So I think it's great you work with this and you get this. So all the links and bonuses and everything you need to know will be below this video. So thank you for watching, and hopefully see you in my next review video.